Hey moms, welcome back to my channel. Today I am looking forward to talking about making sure that we are being intentional to make time and create space for our kids to just play. And so there are two things that I thought hinder us from creating that time and that space for our kids.
He's scared of us and he's running away, so we're trying to. Wait, no, you guys, I'm a teenager.
You're a weapon?
Teenager.
Can you guys show me around the things you built yesterday?
So, right here, I have my wind chime. It's just for decoration right now. And if we ever play like Blizzard or something, if that rings, that means there's a blizzard here. I have a rug right here that I'm whacking. So we have some pots and pans right here. And I had carved out a spear, so we keep the spear up there for decoration. And right over there is Daniel's room. Right here we have a fire. The pine needles are what the fire are. And so this dangly thing right here, that's just a decoration.
Okay.
And right here, Daniel can use the rock. Yeah. We keep some treasures, we just have to hide it.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Well, wait a minute, what's all this stuff first?
This is where I cook, and then I have this no trespassing sign, and I have a little anger guy.
Let me see. Oh, that's a no trespassing sign. And why is that guy angry?
Because he's mad they trespassed.
This is your little house that you built.
No trespassing.
Yeah. I wouldn't trespass on his property. Channel. My name is Shirley and I'm a homeschooling mom to 5 kids that range in age from 11 down to 5. So this last Monday was an extremely busy day for our family. Guys, I am like such a homebody. I love to be home. I love a slower paced life. So Monday for me was just insane. By the end of the day, we were totally done. And to make matters worse, I had in the back of my mind that my house was a complete disaster because we'd been really busy, the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday before this last Monday. And so I made a decision early on Monday. I just totally, took the pressure off of myself and I said, on Tuesday, I am not gonna homeschool. And so I designated Tuesday as a play day for the kids and as a work day for me. And it was the best thing that I've done all week long. I knew that it was gonna give the kids a break because Monday they were just scheduled literally every hour of the day with things to do. And I felt like they needed a mental break. And for me, I incorporated them into some chores, but it was such a beautiful day. Like fall has just kicked in and it's been so amazingly gorgeous the last few days. I was thinking I really just want Tuesday to be a day for them to decompress and to just enjoy being outside because it's been really hot, it's been really rainy, we've had crazy storms coming through. I just wanted them to play. And guys, play they did. Tuesday turned out to be an amazing day for the kids and it turned out to be an amazing day for me because I got a ton of work done in my house and my kids, I barely saw them. They were outside most of the day. They spent the day building forts, playing Homestead, playing Survivor, just playing. And my oldest daughter, who's 11 and kind of outgrowing a little bit of that creative and imaginative play stage, I mean, she just jumped right in with her siblings, and she has this little knife that she likes to whittle things with, and she carved a pencil for her youngest brother, and then they would burn the tip, and then with the burnt tip, they were like writing each other messages, and just being creative, and it made my mommy heart so happy. And it got me thinking, am I being intentional about creating specific times where my kids can just play? And so there are two things that I thought hinder us from creating that time and that space for our kids. And the first thing is scheduling. I know that modern families are just crazy busy. And if your kids are in public school, mamas, you've got a whole different thing going on. I think it actually might be a little bit harder for you to find that time to carve out for your kids to just play. Because your kids are in school, Monday through Friday, 6-7 hours a day, and then they come home, they probably have homework to do or after school activities, sports that they're a part of. So the first thing is we just all have crazy schedules. And the second thing is a lot of times when we are encouraging our kids to play, I wonder if most of us are encouraging them to play on maybe a screen or an electronic device. And I know that there are tons of benefits to our kids knowing technology early on, but I think there are also some detrimental things that come along with that, and we need to be really careful that when we're sending our kids off to play, that it isn't just for them to go off and play on their iPad or go off and play a video game, but being intentional about creating space and time for them to be creative and imaginative. And that might be really hard. If you just block out a couple hours of time and your kid literally, maybe sometimes they don't know what to do. They're sitting there like, I'm bored. There's nothing to go to, nowhere to be, no homework to do. Mom, what are you wanting me to do? Listen, boredom is the best catalyst for creative and imaginative play. Let your kids be bored and they'll find something to do. They'll build with Legos, they'll build with blocks, they'll put on a costume and pretend to be, Buffalo Bill in the Wild West show, whatever. Now, I am not a psychologist, but I think all of us as moms have an intuition inside of us that knows that play is just downright good and healthy for our kids. And if you want more specifics on the benefits of play, just Google benefits of play and you will see that tons of research has been done on the topic. And so my heart today was just to encourage you that if you haven't seen or heard your kids just doing some good old-fashioned creative imaginative play lately, think about carving out some time where there's an evening at home where there's nothing to do and just a couple hours where our kids can just be kids and where they can imagine and pretend and create and be artistic. And there's something that I think is a benefit to all of this, especially just having a bigger family. I have found that it's in those times where my kids are doing creative play that their bond and their sibling relationship really seems to get cemented. And those are the things and those are the times where I'm hoping that when they're much older, they will look back on as very sweet memories in their lives. Like, hey, remember the time we built that fort and, whatever happened? I really feel like creative and imaginative play lends to being the glue that will form and create memories that will help our children to bond together. So moms, if you haven't seen your kids play in a long time, I want to encourage you to make sure you carve out time for those little guys to be creative and imaginative. It's almost Halloween time. And one of the things that I love to do post-Halloween is there'll be like a 50% off, 75% off costume sale. And I book it to Walmart like 2 or 3 days, or sometimes the day after. The farther you go from Halloween, the cheaper it'll all be. But I'll spend like $20 and get like 10 costumes. It's ridiculous sometimes. And I'll stock up on all these costumes and put them all in a bin. And throughout the year, the kids love to have their dress up bin come down. And that's just one little tool that can help you if you're wondering where to start and how to get your kids to play imaginatively. All right, mamas, until next time, thanks so much for watching. Bye.